Hey, what's good, everybody? Yesterday we didn't do too hot. I had a lot of decent picks and good plays, but some of them turned out to be bad reads because players like Luka were sick. That's not on the reports, right? Like, how am I supposed to know that? And I went over on Siakam's points, that cash. Jaylen Brown got a dunk. Giannis went for like 37 points, but he didn't have any dunks. So he did play aggressive. I should have took him on points. I mean, that's a bad read there. And then Franz Wagner, he went way over because Orlando had their backs against the wall. They needed a win. I'm surprised because he had a great shooting night the night before and he didn't cash that line. So that one took me by surprise. That was a bad read there. Then Paolo was MIA for his PRA. So a little surprised by some of those picks. I know Derek White cashed for me yesterday. So man, just a rough one yesterday, but you know what? We learned. We're going to bounce back. Never bet against players that have their season on the line with their backs against the wall like that. That's crazy, especially in a game 3. They're at home, right? Even if they have a bad shooting night, they're going to jack up the shots. I think Wagner had like 30 field goal attempts. So if they keep beating their head against the wall, eventually they're going to get it when it comes to fantasy, PRA, points, any of those. Give a player enough options, he gonna get there. So first pick I have for you today is Şengün. His OG line's good enough for me at 34.5. If you take a look at his rebounds against Golden State, in my mind I was gonna pick him over on rebounds every game, but look how unlucky I am. I picked him on game 2 when he had 9 rebounds at the half. I had him over 10 boards, and in the second half he did not even play. So he stayed at 9 and hooked me there. And I didn't return to it. And in the next game, he had 16 rebounds. I'm going to take a different approach today. I'm not just going to take his rebounds because they juiced the lines already. Lines are at, I think, 11 for rebounds right now. I'm not taking that, man. I'm taking his PRA. 34.5 is low enough for me. Like I said, if he scores, rebounds, whatever, we're going to benefit from everything all the way around. It's a match made in heaven for him against Golden State. So I like it, especially with Jimmy Butler possibly not playing due to the hip contusion. If you weren't watching the game, Jimmy Butler is going to be likely to be out today. I'll be right here in the report. I'm surprised he's even questionable. He's got a left pelvic and gluteal muscle contusion. He fell on his back. He's a tough dude, but I don't think he's going to come back from this in the next game. Kuminga might be back in, but we're going to see what Golden State does. Everyone thinks they're cooked. A lot of players questionable, in this matchup. I'm not taking Podziemski again. He burned me, so we'll see what happens with that matchup. Houston Golden State, I'm not too interested in overall, but I do like Şengün. Seems pretty reliable for a pick there on that game. And for Clippers Denver, this is going to be a battle tonight. Jokic needs to win this game for Denver, but I am staying away from him because his lines are just crazy juiced. They're at like 28 points or something. I think he's good for 25, 10 and 8 tonight. But the lines they got him at are like 15, it's like I'm not doing that. So I went ahead and took Kawhi Leonard at the discounted line because they juiced him as well up to 36, and it's on popular tab. Both of those things right there made me superstitious. I think he drops 20 points tonight. Maybe he's got 5 boards and 5 assists, something like that. Or 6 boards, 4 assists. So he can get up here and give me 29.5. Even if he goes and scores 25, we're good too. So I'm going to go ahead and lock these guys in. I'm going to put my Flex Friday refund on it so we can double that. It's only going to be for 2x because I did take the lower line. That's going to be all I got for you guys today. I'm going to lock that one in. I don't really like these matchups. I said yesterday that Friday was the slate to take because of Indiana and Milwaukee, and I was correct, but I did not stack the game. I did not take my own advice once again, and I just went ahead of myself and did too much. Straight up, had some bad reads. So that was unlucky for me. This OKC Memphis game, this one doesn't really interest me either. They're going to blow out Memphis today. They're going to sweep them, get the brooms out. They're favored by 15. I don't think they can stop any of these players here, like Lou Dort, SGA, Chet. They're just going to run them down, man. So rest in peace, Memphis. Not even going to watch that one. They're cooked. Maybe take some unders. I don't know, man. That's gonna be a tough one. You feeling risky? Play light. Take some unders on like Edie and players like that. Hartenstein should ball out as well. Look for some role players like him to cash today. But that's all I got for today. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hope you enjoy. Maybe you learned something. If you guys want to join the Discord, you'll have to comment below or DM me from now on Instagram. You don't have to play all the picks. You don't have to tail these slips exactly. You don't even have to put the same amount of money on it. Don't even pay attention to that. Just focus on building your individual bankroll. Always put God first. Like and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.